Hey there, and welcome to Eve News, Sports, and Weather. Today's August the 10th, 2025, and I'm Mike Azariah. Let's try to get into it. So, next Saturday, that's 6 days from when I'm recording, there's an event called Escort. That is, a player is flying a nice big ship through low, maybe to null. He hasn't said where his destination is, and inviting people to either come and try to support him, and he will pay a share to all the people who successfully get him to his destination, or come and try to kill him. If I'm free, I might even try to show up because that sounds like a blast. No matter which side you go to, this is one of those guarantees of fights. I think he's flying a Phoenix, but I read the article a couple days ago, so I could be wrong on that. But it's something to keep an eye open for. Go to the forums. I will put a link down below to let you know what's going on and where or how to find out more. He will not name the destination till it's almost time to go. So be in a fresh jump clone ready to go, and I'd recommend being in one with an empty head, something I do a lot of. So let's see. Swimming with the sharks. This is something that you get to do in Eve sometimes. And yes, you're risking your stuff, like I talked about last week, but it's a chance to go out and risk a ship and pretty much accept the fact I'm going into nullsec. I don't think I'm coming back in this ship. Treat it as an expense, a price of admission. You'll probably have a good time with it, and if by some miracle you actually do come home with the ship, that will be your lucky ship, one that's gone there, done that, and still managed to get home. So I would strongly recommend that you take a chance. Now, speaking of people who did take chances, the weather. In Nullsec, the big damage was being done in Gulf TAC, Quebec Tango Sierra Delta, and that 977 ships killed in the past day and 692 pods. In low, it was Arnher with 1050 ships and 345 pods. And in high sec, it was Jita with 474 and 355. Again, I'd love to give you stats for other parts of space, but there's one stat I didn't write it down, so I'm not going to report it this time. But I'm thinking of reporting it in the future. Is Dotlan also has a link for where the most NPC ships are blowing up? Now, if you think about that, that probably means that somebody is running sanctums or running PVE a lot in these systems. So if you can get behind the lines of whatever alliance is protecting them, that'd be a place to go look for players. Now, I'm not accusing anybody of botting, but it'd also be the place I would look for the most botters, who may or may not bot when they see strangers enter the system. Some of the bots are very protective of their individuality and like to gone whenever they can. Movement, Alliance, Goons went up 240. Pandemic Horde went down about 200 some odd. Eve Uni is showing steady growth as a corp. There are rumors, and I haven't got this confirmed yet, but there are rumors that Pandemic Legion might be leaving the PanFam organization, which seems really weird because I've always thought of the Legion as part of the PanFam, actually the founders of. So it's kind of we've built this city and now we're moving to the country. The last thing I want to talk to you about is the fact that Eve is not perfect. We all know that. There's quirks, there's things that could be done better, there's things that you think would be much better if they did it this way. And there's really common arguments in the forums in various places, usually centering around whether or not ganking should be allowed. I think it should. But the arguments and suggestions, there's two places that you can actually put suggestions in, and the devs do read this. I know because I've chatted with the devs. One place is Eve features and ideas where you have grand concepts of wouldn't it be cool if we did this, and then you come forward with a brand new idea or a change. Now, some of the concepts in there are really humorous light reading, where the people are trying to entirely change what Eve Online is. Wouldn't it be cool if we could land and walk around and mine on planets? And yes, would be, but that's called No Man's Sky, and knock yourself out. It's a fun game. But Other ideas are kind of, you look at it and go, And I've taken ideas from there and actually presented them to CCP Refined, or I've chatted with the person that came up with it, engaged in a conversation, said, that's a cool idea. That's a neat new ship. That's how the Bowhead was designed. It was a discussion in the forums. I thought it was a great idea, so I picked it up and ran with it to CCP and managed to talk to the right dev at the right time with the right number of beers under both our belts, and we got the ship done. So those ideas are picked up. The other thread is one that is watched specifically by one team in CCP, and that's called the Little Things thread. Now, the Little Things thread are not grand concepts. It's, can we add this tiny feature to the calculator? Yes, EVE Online has a calculator. Can we add this single thing to change the font, make it bigger, make it smaller, make it colorblind, all of which they've done. But you might have a new thing. It might be a request just because you are visually impaired or you're deaf. There's some that I've pushed through on that and gone, that's a really good idea, and so have the devs. And it's fun when you go to a summit and have CCP Carker and her team present and say, here's all the little things we've done, and it goes for a page and a half of things she's done since the last time we saw her. And so this is a great place if you have that little niggling thing that's just bugging you that you would like to see changed. The only problem is anytime a player says, I've done some coding and I know this would be a simple change of just a couple of lines. A, I think you probably did coding in BASIC. And B, every time somebody says that, I think a dev's soul dies just a little bit because it's never a couple of lines, especially with Eve. Legacy code being what it is, the size of the program being what it is, you cannot make a little change without worrying about suddenly shutting down all the gates and causing the stars to go nova. It's great. We now can change what we see on the billboards. Unfortunately, half of Potchfen has vanished. We think the triangles took it back or are just off sulking. So if you have ideas, if you have thoughts, bring them forward, put them in. I will put links for both feature players and ideas and the Little Things thread down below, I hope. And it will be a great chance for, if you're playing Eve, be a part of it. Be a part of the design and the change within Eve. Do not passively accept what they give you. Sorry about the helicopters, but it's that time and season here. And I hope you have a good one. I am drinking gin and tonic for medicinal purposes. Fights malaria. You can look it up. To your health. Later, Gators.